Thank you, Deep-Rived Cloud, and I'd like to start by thanking my colleague Mark for raising such an important topic for debate, and to thank all those who work tirelessly to help raise awareness of rare cancers, such as pancreatic cancer, and campaign to improve the outcome of sufferers. And I also want to add my personal thanks to my colleague Della for raising her own personal experiences of this terrible disease, and it really hits home to us in the chamber, the impact that it has. Shockingly, Deep-Rived Cloud, 43% of pancreatic cancer diagnosis happens in A&E, and by this point, unfortunately, it is often too late to be able to treat it. Research also tells us that patients will visit their GP an average of 4 times before being diagnosed, and incredibly, there's even been an instance where one patient in the UK visited 23 times before they received their diagnosis. As we have already heard, because most people are diagnosed at stage 4, when the disease has metastasized, there is an overall poor prognosis. However, if caught very early, pancreatic cancer has the potential to be cured. It has been found that up to 10% of patients who receive an early diagnosis have become cancer-free after treatment. Therefore, Deep-Rived Cloud, I welcome the note of this debate to highlight that people with pancreatic cancer urgently need a faster and fairer funded pathway throughout their diagnosis, treatment and care. Patients whose tumours are found before they have metastasized or become locally advanced tend to have longer survival rates on average, because their tumours can usually be surgically removed, and therefore every small delay can have a big impact to their overall outcome. Tragically, many patients who are diagnosed with pancreatic cancer lose their life within a matter of weeks or months, and it is harrowing to hear their stories, especially when they highlight how long it took to get their diagnosis. With this in mind, I would like to share the story of Claire Stevens, who lived in my region, and I'm grateful for her daughter Nina for allowing me to. Claire presented to her GP with back pain, weight loss, and a loss of appetite, and though she did receive an ultrasound scan which found nothing, it was only after she accessed private medical care was she able to receive a diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. Unfortunately, the 4 months it took between first presenting to her GP and diagnosis meant the cancer had become inoperable, as it had fused with her main artery. And Claire, who was only 56, lost her life 10 months after her diagnosis. Sadly, Claire's story, as we have heard, is quite common for those suffering from pancreatic cancer. And I believe, as do many others, that her outcome could have been different if she was able to access that CT scan early on. And I would like to add my voice to the others here and the charities out there who are calling to improve diagnostic pathways with particular emphasis on speed, because the sooner patients receive treatment, the better their long-term outcomes are. Medical research is improving all the time, as I recently witnessed firsthand at Cardiff University, where researchers such as Dr. Beatrice Salvador-Barbero, as my colleagues in this chamber have already highlighted, are conducting groundbreaking work. I'm also aware that there are clinical trials currently underway of a pancreatic cancer vaccine that can help treat stage 4 pancreatic cancer. This vaccine is made up of an inactivated pancreatic cancer cell, which have been altered in such a way that they're incapable of growing, and that they release certain molecules that actually encourages the body's own immune cells to kill the cancerous cells. Vaccine therapy of this type can improve the ability to treat the metastatic disease, because the vaccine cells are able to hunt out all the cancer in the body. And I hope that we will soon be in a position where we can access therapies like this in our hospitals. Finally, Deep-Rived Cloud, I want to highlight the excellent work of Pancreatic Cancer UK and their awareness campaigns, which aims to increase public awareness in Wales through healthcare professionals and through those who are in the best position to diagnose this. The truth is, the outcomes of a sufferer of a pancreatic cancer will depend on 3 things: the ability to recognize symptoms such as mid-back pain, upper abdominal pain, change in bowel habits, or unexpected or unexplained weight loss. The GP's ability to refer the patient quickly and to get them on the correct pathway, and finally, the speed of diagnosis. We can do so much more in all these areas, and we can drastically improve the chances of pancreatic cancer survival, as this is the same for many other cancers. Therefore, I urge everyone here to support the motions laid before the Senedd in this debate. Thank you.